for the observatory. So I was looking through Gardens of Cyprus, which is bloody lovely. And they had lots of this. There seems to be a real fashion at the moment for tight box shapes, which we do have in the land there as well. Because I was looking at the kind of the architecture, if you like, within the land, the shapes within the land, and they're all quite tight, sort of circular box shapes within the planting. So I didn't want to plant anything that was going to look sort of plonked in and didn't fit into the surroundings. So then I started researching, and I started finding a lot of planting plans with fairly tight shapes like this, and then wildflowers in amongst it, and iris and stuff like that in amongst it, and grasses. And I like that for us, because also we can do that with annuals, with seeds, which would be really economical, and especially because Chloe is going to be out there for a couple of months. And also it will give us quick results for autumn, because everything should still be flowering then when we get viewings. And it will freely self-seed. So then what I looked at doing was getting the perennials and the shrubs to be the set, if you like, and then the annuals to come up through and be like the actors coming in and out. I loved these images of the kind of looseness, but then the structure as well. I thought they worked really well, so I imported them into the Pinterest board so that you guys can see it. But this kind of thing of the kind of the shape, the circular shapes, and then the flowers coming up between. So that's myrtle with the grasses and stuff like that, and I thought it was lovely. I also found a really good plant called Phila cadence, which can be walked all over and stuff. So I thought I'm going to try with Mexican daisies, with Mexican daisies, which are these ones here. But if they don't work on the pathway, then we can go to those. So I just put that in as an idea for it. But as you can see, there's these kind of loose circular shapes, and then sort of the planting in between. So this was my sort of mood board and my ideas for it, which I will send you as well. And then I started getting into the nuts and bolts of the planting. So I've ordered a lot of seeds, because I think I spent 30-40 quid in total and got thousands, and I just thought, let's give it a go, because it'll give us the quick that we need. So I've ordered Verbena bonariensis seeds. I've ordered other verbena, this shorter verbena, hastana, and then I've ordered Echium seeds, and these are the Mexican fleabane, so the ones that I want to try and get going in the pathway. I think they'd work really well. They're really drought tolerant, really roughy tufty, and I think they'd work great. Then I ordered some honesty seeds as well, because I think they'd work really well. I know Chloe's a massive fan of honesty as well, which is nice. And then evening primrose, Cerinthe major, Nicotiana, and Calendula, and also Nigella. So all of these I got on eBay, and Verbascum. All of these I got on eBay really cheaply, and I just thought, let's give it a go. You know, got nothing to lose. It's sort of the price of 4 plants. So then we get to the set, if it were, of the garden. So again, we've gone trailing rosemary for the retaining walls, and maybe a few iris in between if we can divide them by then. Oregano, myrtle here, spike lavender, and then upright rosemary. So if you have a look in the mood board down the bottom, the reason I've ordered so many upright rosemary is that they've sort of topiaried them, and they work really well as a kind of upright shape with the myrtle, to give them that structure, because you can't really have trailing rosemary on the beds leaning down by the monk's room, and also the the swathe next to the pathway on the entrance. So I think upright rosemary will work really well there. What I've also done, Mama, I know you were confused about grid planting. So if you have a look at some of Pete Udoff's drawings, he does grid planting. So what you do is you work out your square meterage and then the proportion of plants you're going to put in each one. So that's what I did with that. So I've just taken the square meterage of the areas that we're doing and then worked out proportionally that I need 60 upright rosemary. No, 60 upright. Okay.